Welcome, everybody, to Wolves After Dark with Cooper, Timberwolves Daily. Hello, welcome back to it's your post game for your stream.
Yeah, I just ended my post game. In case any of you don't know, I do Timberwolves Daily over on the Timberwolves Daily YouTube channel, live after every single game. Just ended. It's good stuff. It was fun. And I have one thing to say to you, Cam.
Yes.
After that game, after watching it, it's time for the Wolves to trade Taurean Prince. He's clearly the problem here.
Maybe. We don't know. No, but Timberwolves do win against the Grizzlies in a pretty fun game where Wendell Moore Jr. started. Surprisingly, made no sense. And obviously, Cat was out. So we've got a lot of interest in the chat. Just saying, that's a new idea. Gerald says it feels like his birthday.
I was thinking about you and Gerald during the game, man. Like third quarter came around, and I was like, those two are gonna. My lamp just went off. It's gonna be really dark in here for me now. That
okay.
Sucks. But either way, I was like, those two are gonna be in my comments. Like, oh my god.
Wow. It is. Yeah, I was ready to troll your entire stream with Trade Cat, and I was agreeing with everybody in your stream. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely interesting, and I think this definitely is something worth a discussion because we have force-fed Cat and Rudy to an extent the ball this year, and Ant has had to play a little bit more second fiddle, even third. But now it's looking like Anthony Edwards' show for the next little while. And tonight was a very good start to that against a good team. Although they didn't have Desmond Bane, this was still good. You're muted.
Sorry. Yeah, they didn't have Desmond Bane. We didn't have McDaniels though, or
I mean, that is true.
Yeah. I don't want to hear it from any Grizzlies fans.
Yeah, no, if any Grizzlies fans. And also, I just love to see the Grizzlies cry all the way home. Like, oh my gosh, that was just so satisfying.
It's so humiliating for them to go out, getting everyone ejected. Like, what was that?
It's super weird. And the last game this happened, except we lost. Who were we playing? I can't even remember. But two players got thrown out of the game or got technicals or something like that for just arguing a call or something. I don't even remember. Just weird stuff of like teammates standing up for each other in weird moments. But this was just stupid, and obviously the Grizzlies just can't handle losing against the Timberwolves. So
it's true.
Big shout out, Ian Benjamin, showing up for the live show. We only won because Coach Finch made the team listen to Ashwin go off the last pod.
I'm gonna be real. I couldn't catch you guys on the last one because I just couldn't take it. I didn't watch because it was just so like I don't even remember doing my own. I just completely like blacked out after that Wizards game, man. It was tough, but
I black out after every stream. So, but no, we were pretty down last time. Although I don't think we knew the full extent of the Cat injury. So we thought that this was maybe like a really short-term thing, but this is just interesting now. We have some like new things to pay attention to. We're going to be possibly treated to like a month and a half of like full on Ant play-in game mode. Like if that's the case, there are so many things that this team has to confront. I mean, like you were saying it on your show after, like once Towns comes back, you're going to have to reintegrate him in. And I jokingly said, you reintegrate him in by not integrating him back in. But like, really, it's going to be weird because this team has been Towns for so long. And now we're going into Ant having a substantial amount of time with Rudy. And then, they have the play where like Ant lobs it to Rudy, gets the thrunk. And like, it's just like, I mean, that was exciting.
You weren't like at the game at all, right?
No, I'm in Seattle.
Oh, I had no idea.
I moved. Yep.
That sucks. Anyways, but yeah, I guess you didn't make it out then, huh? Either way,
did not.
That was because like I remember John Krasinski tweeted maybe third quarter, like this place is not nearly as loud as it should be, and I was like, that. True, but also we've seen this story before. But by the time it got to fourth quarter with 4 minutes left and Ant was doing his thing, Gobert threw that lob, Target Center they were going crazy because they want to win and they want to go crazy. And yeah, they weren't loud in the third quarter because to me it was like, prove it. And they did tonight. Mm-hmm. They did. So it was good.
Yeah, they did. JJ says he can hear Towns saying, "We in Minnesota," in his living room.
We in Minnesota now.
That is Timberwolves basketball. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, oh yeah, I didn't even share the tier list. Let's do that. Let's just jump right into the tier list. Let's have some fun.
Ooh, let's do it.
Let me pull it up here. Boom, boom. I wasn't
That's why I'm
prepared.
here.
That is why you're here. So, I guess we're gonna start with Wendell Moore. I got to pull up some stats here because Ashwin's usually my stat guy. So let me pull it up here. Actually, the Timberwolves app made some updates and it looked a lot better stat.
Yeah,
So
I usually just scroll my phone as I stream. I just like look down at that.
I might do that. I had another screen over here, but I might just do my phone because that looks better.
There's not that many great I don't know. It's hard to pull it up on the computer sometimes. I used to have the stat sheet.
Yeah,
like your tier list here, but the points are always the last column. It makes no sense.
They're weird. There's always weird stuff going on with that. But
oh well.
All right. Well, let's do Wendell Moore. So Wendell Moore started, played 20 minutes, had 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 3 of 6 shooting at a block and a steal. And honestly, had some pretty good moments for it being his first start. He had that great block in the second half. Yeah, I've got a grade for him. Are you ready?
So is this still like based? This isn't. How do you base your grades this year? Is it still the same thing? Like,
good question. It is still the same flawed system. So, a C is what we expect out of somebody. A1 is a game we'll never forget.
Okay.
And Wancho is like terrible, 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 and Glenn Taylor is Wancho all the time.
Okay, I got you.
So, and then everything in between. But okay,
I'm ready.
So Wendell Moore, I think I'm ready. 3, 2, 1.
A. All right, yeah.
That could be fair.
All right. I think I just expected really nothing. Not nothing, but I didn't. I don't know. Like he was in over his head. I would have thought his first start. Like he'd never even played real rotational minutes. Like remember when Bull Morrow got a little bit of run last year, and it just maybe it clicked a little, but not really. To me, Wendell Moore just came in and played like the 8th guy on a contending team, which is exactly what he needs to be if he's going to play here consistently. Yeah, it was crazy to me. Like, the Wolves crave legitimate just role players. They've got a lot of one-way guys, but for Wendell Moore to just do everything really solidly, be a fast two-way player, it was refreshing, man. I'm putting him in A. Yeah.
I'm doing it too. JJ said it, and honestly, I agreed with you. What did I expect going into this game from him? Honestly, next to nothing, because everything else we've seen is garbage time, and that garbage time hasn't even looked that good. So I was like, that's why I missed the first 3 to 6 minutes of the game. So I went and I was like, did he really start the game? Was that like a typo? But no, it was real. So A for Wendell Moore on his first start. It's kind of like a Josh Okogie role almost. Kind of a little interesting there. All right. Who's up next? Let's do... What is happening? Oh. Stuff going on in my apartment. Let's do Jalen Noel. Wait, I don't have the stats out. Let me get the stats back out. I'm all over the place.
Look at this guy, huh?
Oh, yeah, Jalen Noel. Great game from Jalen. Sorry, I'm already persuading everybody. But he had 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He was 9 of 19 shooting, and +8. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Score. 3, 2, 1.
A.
B. God,
what is wrong? You're so pessimistic today. God.
What's wrong?
Did you have any fun?
I did have fun. So it's an A. It's an A. Yeah, no, I mean, I do expect some amount of scoring from Jalen, though. So that's the reason that I was a little bit closer to a B, because obviously he's becoming, but the way he was his decision making tonight, the shots that he was taking, the confidence he had in his shot. One of his first shots, he did this turn away, Steph Curry type shot. And then he did it just a couple possessions later. That's crazy. So I think A is deserving for Jalen tonight.
Yeah. And to me, it was more of this is great. And I hope he does this more, but he just hasn't been doing it as much lately as we'd hope. So seeing him come out in a game that the Wolves desperately needed a scorer like him to step up. Absolutely. A for me. Definitely.
All right, let's move on to the starters. We're not going to do we don't do all the bench players anymore, by the way. That's why we've been able to cut down on our show.
Okay.
So we're not going to go all the way down the list, but let's do the starters because we had some pretty decent starter. I guess we started with Wendell Moore, so that was I cheated, but we're going to do Kyle Anderson next. So Kyle Anderson played 39 minutes,
Jesus.
against his former team. Kyle Anderson revenge game, 10 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. Only 3 of 11 shooting, but did have a block and a steal, and was also +8.
You said you missed like the first like 6 minutes. Kyle Anderson started the game just shooting, and he missed like for his first 4 shots. It was 11-2, and Anderson was the only guy shooting. It was so weird. I was like, all right, another blowout, but
it was his revenge game.
It was strange. Yeah, it's like he just came out firing. And either way, I guess I'm ready for a grade.
I have to think. I think I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1. C. Okay, I was gonna say C, but then I was like, I'm being too pessimistic. So
you're just going B with everyone. I love it.
Is everybody? Yeah, I'm gonna do B.
Yeah,
I'm
give him a B.
Keep him a B.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a pretty good stat-wise night for him, and I do think that him being out there does help the offense quite a bit. I've said quite a few times in our shows recently that he is just like ugly but efficient, and ugly basketball, that is. And it just is like it works when he's out there. It's just more comfortable, even though it's like so unsatisfying to watch him play. Everything just is a little bit smoother when he's out there versus others. So, yeah, I think B is fair for him tonight. We'll give him a B.
I like that. Kyle Anderson's fun because he's just really, really good at what he does, which is everything really solid. Like, again, he's like what I want Wendell Moore to become. He's not great at anything, but he will not let you down, really, ever. So.
Yeah, no, that's 100% true. All right, let's do D'Lo next. I keep putting the stats away. I'm so broken.
just like broad D'Lo right now, because I guess we haven't talked really much.
We haven't.
What if you're? I don't know, because for me, D'Lo's had a strange season. He was terrible, downright horrible to start the year, and his last 9 or so have been at least like more of what I want. And then I got people being like, "See, D'Lo's not terrible," and it's like, dude, for the first 13, he was the worst player on the planet. But like, yeah, he's fine right now. I'm conflicted. I don't know what to think about D'Angelo Russell.
I'm conflicted too. I am. So here's where I've been with him. With the beginning of the season, I agree with you. Maybe the worst basketball player on the planet Earth. But he has been in these. He definitely, once he started getting some pressure from the fans, he started to play harder. You could see him play harder on the court. You could see him just like trying to move faster. And even though he's not that fast, like you could just see more effort happening. But the thing that was really concerning to me was that you saw all that extra effort, but not that much extra result. It wasn't like, oh, he really turned it on and it like showed in the stats or showed in like how the team was playing. It was just him trying harder and nothing got better. So I got nervous, but I do think that D'Lo is somewhat of this player that has to be in the right system for him to thrive. Like obviously when he was with Brooklyn, he played very well. And he had some similar pieces that he has on this team now that he works with. But he just, it just hasn't worked for him yet. And, I don't mean to bring this back to Towns, but like this could somewhat be a part of Towns too. I think having this many players on the team is difficult for both Ant and D'Lo to kind of work together, because we saw it in the play-in game last year when they work off each other. They just pass the ball back and forth at the top of the key and they just get it to whoever's open and then they take the open shot and make it. So, I would have been able to give my fair assessment until Towns got injured. But now that Towns is injured, now I'm like, okay, I guess I want to see what he's like for the next month with just Ant and just Gobert versus having Towns out there as well. So I guess that's where I am right now. But before that, even though he's played better lately, I'm not as high as I once was. And I don't think he's like permanently damaged my D'Lo cred. But now, I don't know. I guess it's just wait and see.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm not trade him. I'm not where you are. I think where you are with Cat, I guess. Yeah. Like it seems like I might be, but like he's not going to be here next year. I don't think there's any way. So like I've accepted he's probably just going to be here. So hope he's all right. I don't know. He's had such a strange year. We'll grade him on today though.
Yeah, we'll grade him on today, and that's the other thing that I forgot to mention. This is a contract year. Like, this is a contract year, and he's not playing his best basketball, which is concerning. So, but tonight, he had 15 points, 10 assists, 5 rebounds. He was 6 of 16 shooting, did have a couple steals, and he was a team high, plus 18. And he played 37 minutes, which is probably we talked about this last game. This is probably one of his highest minute games.
Oh yeah,
of the year. But I think I have a grade for him in 3, 2, 1. B.
See, I was in between. Let's go B. I'm with you, B. It was just like an up and down night, but overall I'd see a lot of signs that I liked. And I said that in my own stream for those of you that think I'm just agreeing with Cam here. I thought he was good all around for the most part. I liked what I saw.
Yeah, he was okay, but again, it's still not that like screaming to me like we must re-sign him type of performance.
Yep. And I don't think he'll ever hit that for me personally, which is fine. Yeah.
I think there's a point he could with me, but it would take a lot of shot making and really high efficiency. And I don't see that happening. That's just a rare thing for him, at least with the Timberwolves.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, I have this in the wrong order. I want to save Ant for last. So let's do Rudy. And everybody can guess what I did. I put the stats away. Okay. So stats. Oh, this is probably one of the more interesting stat lines of the night. So Rudy Gobert played 26 minutes, had a ton of foul trouble, but had 9 points and 1 rebound.
Right.
1 block and a steal. And he only ended with 4 personal fouls, but he had 3 in the first half, and then he got one relatively quickly in the third quarter. Maybe it was halfway through. I can't remember. But he struggled tonight. He even got a technical early in the game, which is the part that I missed. So Rudy's grade. Are you ready?
Yes. Yeah.
I think I am too. 3, 2, 1.
C.
Ooh,
I know the rebounding wasn't there, but to me it was at least in large part because it seemed like he left his feet to contest a shot a million more times than ever before, and there's nobody else on the team that can grab a rebound, and it was bad. Like, he's got to get more than one. But at the same time, it felt like he deterred a lot more shots than usual tonight. The foul trouble was bad, but that wasn't all his fault. I'm good with D. I just thought defensively, without him, I don't think they win this game. The lob at the end was cool, and I'm optimistic today.
Yeah, and I apparently am not. But, I think there were exciting moments with Rudy for sure. And I think it's just a reason for me and a D is like, it's just you're our rebounder. You know, our rebounding was so bad. I can't remember what the exact count was, but I think they doubled us.
59 to 29.
Yeah, more than doubled us in rebounds. So that's wild. That can't happen, especially with somebody like Rudy Gobert on your team. Like, that's 50% of your purpose, more than 50% of your purpose. So it's just kind of wild. But I think tonight we will do a D. It's so funny. Me and Ashwin in the beginning of the year were like, the first 2 games, we were like, I don't see how we could ever give him lower than a C this year. He's just going to be that perfect. Like,
I remember that.
He's always going to be even and maybe have some really good games. But no, I mean, like, how many 1 rebound games did he have with Utah?
Dude, probably 0. It seems impossible. He's just always there, like under the rim. How do you, like, he touched the ball like 100 times on rebounds. I thought it makes no sense that he got only 1. Either way, strange one.
Super weird. But we're on to the player of the night in Anthony Edwards. 40 minutes, 29 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 10 of 18 shooting, 3 blocks, 5 steals. Did get to the line 7 times and made all 7, and he was a plus 12. Are you ready for an Anthony Edwards grade?
Yeah, this one's gonna be like really tough. I think I don't know where I'm gonna put this one. Yeah, I'm ready.
I'm sure Chad is also struggling with what they're gonna rate him. But in 3, 2, 1,
A1. Yes, this will be this. I mean, Finch said it. Greatest all around game he thinks he's ever played. I thought so too. It wasn't just the offense, defense, but like getting the crowd going, getting in Dylan Brooks' face, throwing it up to Rudy at the end. Like, Cam just went. What does that say? Internal temp high. Cam's just too high on this team right now, man. He's gone, but
this is Cooper's show.
And best all around game he's played of his entire career. Man,
this is the game we want from Ant. And this, obviously 3 blocks and 5 steals or whatever it was is wild.
Yeah.
And not expecting that much. But like, if you're getting this amount of production on both ends from Anthony Edwards on a nightly basis, you have amazing things in store for you. And it doesn't even really matter who's around you on that team, because if you have a player like that, they're going to drive winning. Ant won this game. I won't say single-handedly, but like Ant was such a huge part in this game, especially late, getting the Grizzlies riled up. I mean, they had Dylan Brooks ejected, and then Ja got ejected after that too. But just an amazing performance. And the blocks, yes, Aston, they just give him and the team so much life. Like, it's just, and the crowd. As we were talking about earlier, the crowd, John Krasinski did talk about how it's kind of quiet. But at the end of the day, like, Ant is the one that gets this crowd really riled up. So when he does things successfully, that's all that Target Center cares about.
I'm with you. I mean, nobody riles up Target Center more than Carl, or maybe more than, or not Carl, Ant, because I was going to say, except maybe when Carl gets into foul trouble and the refs you suck chant comes out, which I hate, by the way. I can't stand the refs you. Nothing's louder in Target Center than the refs you suck chant, which really is like, come on, cheer louder. What? That's a whole different thing. Anyways.
Yeah. Let's see. Dachuk 23 says, when asked to describe the year by people, I have been saying completely what?
Constipated.
What am I reading?
Today it was.
This is like top 3 weirdest comments I've ever seen, but I appreciate you stopping by. Also, how he responded to the Brooks play. Yeah, that's true. There's been plays like this in the past where there will be a big play and like players get in each other's face and stuff like that, but then you don't follow it up on the next play or next plays and keep that momentum going. It just goes away. Like they hit a 3 or something crazy happens. But he was able to continue that. So that is just perfect. The timing, everything about it. But Aston, were you there, Aston? Target Center erupted. I mean, I heard on the TV, but it was crazy. Gerald says, LOL, Dachek 23. I agree. Delos saved the Ant ejection. Yeah, okay. Ant seriously got very close, I think, to getting ejected.
Yep, that would have been tough. I thought he was gonna, dude. That was bad for a second. Yep.
Not only in that exact moment where they were kind of getting heated, a couple plays later, he then was like jumping up and down on the floor because of a call that he thought was missed after he made a bucket. But yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
Hey, you're back. How you doing?
I'm good. I guess I'm just really warm. I gotta start doing this show outside. I should open a window or something.
Damn, yeah.
But yes, JJ, I hope this is a stepping stone for Edwards this season. Me too. Oh, Aston, you were in section 109. Nice. Ooh. That's like really nice. Okay, Aston. You got to fly me back out to Minnesota. Let's go to a game. We've been waiting for it all season. And the refs gave a little bit of grief. He could have been tossed. Yeah, okay.
They knew they hadn't given him any slack all game long, so they figured they'd cut him some there at the end. My God, what a weird whistle today, dude.
It was weird, and I hated all the technicals back and forth. It just seemed like a weird, like, getting out of control situation. I just didn't understand it.
It was like they weren't even deserved.
On any side. Like,
yeah, exactly. It was who got teed up right before JJJ for the Grizzlies. Like, I don't even remember, but maybe Edwards, and then Grizzlies were like, you suck, and then JJJ does something and
does nothing.
He's like, wait a minute.
Does nothing. He literally looks at the ref, doesn't even put his hands out. He grabs the ball.
Oh, it's Noel the clapping. It's crazy, dude.
Oh gosh,
I hate that dumb. The clapping rule too. Like, if you get fouled and they're like, come on, that can't clap at the refs, dude.
They have just such weird rules. It just has to be different. But
refs had a fun time tonight, though. I'll tell you that.
They sure did, and I'm sure they don't feel like winners after this.
Oh my God.
Well, the offensive has been constipated. What's the hang-up? I don't know, Dutchuck, but apparently I'm not familiar with that. So, well, there's the tier list. Yeah, you can't give the refs the clap. That's true. Well, I'm glad to hear that the crowd erupted when that happened. That's good. But upcoming schedule for the Timberwolves.
It gets, dare I say it, because we saw the beginning of the year, but it gets easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so yeah,
scary.
This next week is actually really interesting because we have a lot of time. Oh, no, Nas. Okay, wait. Everybody's saying that we need to do Nas. Okay. And we won't even discuss it. He was just an A.
Yeah, let's put him in A.
He was. And that's right. He had a ton of blocks. I totally forgot about the blocks. I was just so
Nas
focused
good as
on the
always.
stuff. Yeah, he was great. And then he stands over Dylan Brooks.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
Borderline A1 now that I'm thinking about it. That alone was an A-worthy performance. But, man, that was fun. But yes, don't say that it's going to be an easy schedule.
I know. I hesitated. You saw the hesitation.
And I hesitate to say it too, just because it is. But the one thing that is easier about this schedule is that we only have 2 games in the next 7 days. So
I know
we have 2 days off here now. We play the Thunder at home on Saturday, so we stay home, and then we have 3 days off and play the Pacers at home.
Yeah.
Weird little combo
in the
there.
next 2 weeks. The Wolves have 2 games. Is it no? Either way,
it's
kind of. I don't know.
But then we have some back-to-backs. And they play back-to-back. They play, 3 back-to-backs this month, or December, I should say. So we play the 9th and the 10th, the 18th and the 19th, and the 30th and the 31st. So we do have some back-to-backs, but this is, if we're just speaking generally, this is an easier part of the schedule. We're playing the Thunder, the Pacers, the Jazz, who are struggling lately, but still surprising. Then we play back-to-back against the Trailblazers in Portland. Thought about going to that game. Still thinking about going to that game. Then the Clippers, but then OKC. So all these names are winnable games.
Right.
So we should win these games even without Towns. And realistically,
let's talk about him, right? Should we talk about him?
I think this, with him being out this long, obviously I do want to preface this because I'm going to start getting jokey and weird. But I do hope that Towns is okay. I hope that this isn't a serious injury, that is just something that lasts only 4 to 6 weeks so that he can be healthy for the rest of his career. With that being said, I'm going to love this next month and a half. I am going to love it because Ant is going to run the show. Gobert might be able to be a lot better. D'Lo might be able to be a lot better. Noel's going to have more room. It's just going to be, this could be really exciting basketball.
To me, this was not surprising. And I like Karl Anthony Towns because I understand the negative basketball aspects, but I'm burdened by the fact that he's been so loyal to this team. He seems like
that's true.
Just such a great guy, and it's maybe he's not a great superstar fit, and maybe I have to get past that, but I can't sometimes. It sucks because he seems like he's just great for the state of Minnesota. His jersey's gonna be in the rafters someday. It's awesome. And now they lose him for a game, and it's the best game I've seen from this team all year. And I'm so conflicted. And of course, I want it. I want this because I need. Also, helps my YouTube channel when the Wolves play good. So
yeah,
great. Helps me mentally. The Wizards game, dude, I was in a horrible place. Nobody wants. I'm watching my videos because who would want to come watch a video about? Either way, with Towns out, the Wolves played a lot better, and it's really not that surprising to me. I think Anthony Edwards, it frees him up a lot. Gobert playing with another center, not something he's really done.
No, yeah, exactly.
Those two have had nice chemistry. They've looked fine together. But I think Gobert and Edwards, the second and third best player on this team, are going to really, really be able to step up, hopefully build chemistry. And the biggest struggle of this season might be reinserting Karl Anthony Towns into a team that might be absolutely rolling in 4 to 6 weeks. And that's going to be weird. But you can't just not. He will come back and he will start and he will play 35 minutes a game. It's gonna be weird.
You're right. And the one thing I will say, you said tonight was a fun night, obviously, right? Probably the best game of the season, most enjoyable game of the season. Would you agree?
Yes, easily. Okay. Not even close.
What was the most enjoyable game of last season?
The play-in game?
The play-in game. Guess who barely played the play-in game?
Leandro Bolmaro. That's got to be who you're.
You're right.
Karl Anthony Towns.
No, it's Karl. And I think that's just possibilities of what we could see. Obviously, it's not the same stakes as a play-in game over these next couple months, but I just think that this is this has the potential to be a really exciting month or two.
And you're going to be intolerable.
I am going to be intolerable, especially if we continue to win like this. If we win like this, and then we need Jaden to come back too.
Dude, that's my thing. Like, man, this Wolves team without Carl, and you just put all of their like really solid players together and take out Carl, and you know what tonight looked like. It's an amazing thing to think about. Like, this is going to be the most unselfish team.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. This is going to be. They might lose 10 in a row, but like
they could.
Right now, it looks like this is going to be great.
It is possible that could certainly happen, but
getting McLaughlin in there, Prince, McDaniels, no Carl.
I'm not going to go too crazy on Saturday if we win because it's the Thunder. But, if the next couple games after that, we're still pretty good. This almost makes me want to go to Portland to see this game more. Oh gosh. Okay. This is bad. But anyways, I think that's it for us tonight. That's okay.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you joining us. Shout out your socials. Shout out your everything.
Yes, I am Cooper Carlson, owner of the Timberwolves Daily YouTube channel. Maybe you've heard of it. I don't know. It's like Cam here. I basically go live after every single game. It's great fun. I think tonight was the Lakers one was weird. Like, I had the same amount of consistent viewers, but at the end there was like 500 views, which made no sense to me at all.
Oh, really?
Either way, yeah, it was insane. But like same amount of so I feel like Lakers fans just like popped in and immediately left, which bumped up the views. But either way, this was the most fun one of the year, I imagine. Yep. Most fun game of the year. So stop by. Great channel over there.
Yes.
Love it.
Did you just start a Discord?
I did. I'm not a big Discord guy. Like, I've really got to get more into it, man. It's just, I don't know.
Everybody in our Discord will attest that I am rarely seen there other than when I'm just posting.
Like, it's also live. Like, for me, do you watch, I know we're, whatever, but do you just like watch NBA games when the Wolves aren't on a lot?
Rarely.
Same here. Like, I don't know. It's just, I need my off time. It's like, it's just.
Especially not in the beginning of the season, but that's just the NBA's problem right now. Is like, how can I care about watching random games? And,
like, maybe I'll go turn on Luka, but I'm not going to turn on the Rockets Blazers. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's hard for me to do that, but yeah, no. Well, cool. I appreciate you stopping on, especially in such short notice. But I will be back. Wait, I think I'll be back on Friday or Saturday. Excuse me. Let me double check my schedule. I should be back. I might miss the first couple minutes of the game again, but that's okay. That's not a big deal as long as I'm there for the end and the win. And my camera's gone. So that's the perfect time. I'm rambling too long. If you haven't already, like the stream, subscribe to us. We do this after, well, I'd like to say every show, but Cooper's better doing it every show. We do it when we feel like it. But that's it for us. Intro as the outro. 52 wins still in play. We shall see you next time.